Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into 20 myths almost everyone believes, but all of them are completely wrong. Some of these ideas are so common that they feel like absolute truth. Others are things we picked up from movies, cartoons, or school without ever questioning them. But today, we're setting the record straight. Let's get started. Number 1. Carrots were originally orange. People assume the carrot has always been bright orange, but that colour is actually the newest one. For thousands of years, carrots were mostly purple, yellow, or white. Orange carrots were created later by Dutch farmers who selectively bred them to honour the Dutch royal family. So the carrot we know today exists because of politics and farming, not nature. Number 2. Penguins mate for life. This myth is popular because penguins look cute and loyal, but it's only partially true. A few species stick with the same partner for one breeding season, but many change partners the next year. Even the more faithful species often switch mates if conditions change. Penguins are caring and devoted parents, but they're not the romantic icons we imagine. Number 3. Sharks must keep moving or they die. Movies love portraying sharks as non-stop swimming machines, but this only applies to a few types, like great whites or makos. Many species don't need constant motion to breathe. They can rest on the sea floor, pumping water over their gills using a muscular motion called buccal pumping. So yes, some sharks actually take naps. Number 4. Quicksand sucks people under until they disappear. Hollywood made it look like a deadly trap, but quicksand doesn't behave that way. It's a mix of sand, clay, and water that becomes thick and heavy. Humans are actually more buoyant than quicksand, so you float rather than sink. You can get stuck and panic, but disappearing under the surface is almost impossible. Number 5. Wolves howl at the moon. The image is poetic. Wolves silhouetted against the full moon, howling dramatically. But wolves don't howl because of lunar cycles. They howl to communicate over long distances, to find each other, warn rivals, or unify the pack. They lift their heads simply because it helps project their voices farther, not because they're singing to the moon. Number 6. The Sahara is the world's largest desert. It's the biggest hot desert, but not the largest overall. Antarctica holds that title. A desert is defined by dryness, and Antarctica is incredibly dry. Almost no rainfall, freezing winds, and barely any moisture in the air. So surprisingly, Earth's biggest desert is covered in ice, not sand. Number 7. Humans can see infrared, but the brain hides it. It sounds mysterious and almost supernatural, but it's wrong. Human eyes don't have photoreceptors capable of detecting infrared wavelengths at all. We are physically unable to see them no matter what. Our brains aren't hiding anything. We just don't have the hardware. Number 8. Antibiotics kill viruses. Many people assume antibiotics work for everything, but they only work against bacteria. Viruses are completely different. They invade cells and replicate in ways antibiotics can't touch. This is why antibiotics don't cure the common cold, the flu, or viral infections. Using them unnecessarily can even create antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Number 9. Cracking your back or neck can paralyze you instantly. The sound you hear when cracking joints is usually just gas bubbles popping inside the fluid of the joint. Normal cracking from stretching or moving isn't dangerous. Paralysis requires severe trauma, like spinal injuries or major medical conditions, not casual joint popping. Good posture is more important than worrying about cracking. Number 10. You should drink milk forever to build stronger bones. Milk supports bone growth when you're young, But adults don't get endless bone strength from drinking more of it. After a certain age, your bones respond more to exercise, vitamin D from sunlight, and overall diet. Drinking more milk doesn't make your bones invincible. Number 11. Gold doesn't rust because it's too heavy to oxidize. Weight has nothing to do with rust. Gold doesn't rust because it barely reacts with oxygen or moisture. It's chemically stable, which is why it stays shiny for thousands of years. It's one of the least reactive metals on Earth. That's the real reason it lasts. Number 12. Your tongue grows back stronger if you burn it often. Your tongue heals fast, but burns don't make it stronger. Repeated burns actually damage taste buds and nerve endings. They regenerate, but not into a tougher, upgraded version. If anything, frequent burns can dull your senses temporarily. Number 13. Humans have a sixth sense that warns them of danger. People often describe a gut feeling or instinct that warns them of something bad. But it's not supernatural. It's your brain analysing tiny cues, body language, sounds, patterns, or environmental changes that you don't consciously register. Your brain is constantly predicting, and intuition is one of its smartest shortcuts. Number 14. Bats hang upside down because they can't stand upright. Bats actually can stand. They choose to hang because their anatomy makes takeoff easier from that position. Their legs and claws are built to lock naturally when they hang, conserving energy. It's an evolutionary advantage, not a limitation. Number 15. You should never wake a sleepwalker because it's dangerous. Waking a sleepwalker won't harm them at all. They may be confused, startled, or grumpy, but that's it. In fact, gently waking them can prevent injuries, like walking into walls or falling down stairs. The danger comes from their actions, not the waking. Number 16. Touching a cat's whiskers ruins their balance. Whiskers help cats sense their environment, especially in tight spaces, because they detect air movements and boundaries. Touching them doesn't ruin their balance. Cats just don't like it because whiskers are extremely sensitive. But their sense of balance comes from their inner ears, not their whiskers. Number 17. Jellyfish are immortal. The myth comes from one species, Turritopsis dornii, which can revert to a younger stage under certain conditions. But this doesn't mean immortality in nature. Most jellyfish die long before that from predators, diseases, or environmental issues. Immortal is a big exaggeration. Number 18. A sneeze stops your heart. When you sneeze, your chest pressure changes rapidly, which can slightly alter your heart's rhythm. But the heart never stops. It keeps beating the whole time. The sensation feels dramatic, but it's just your body dealing with pressure changes. Number 19. Human blood is blue before it touches oxygen. Blood is always red, bright red when oxygenated and darker red when it's not. Veins look blue due to how light penetrates skin and reflects back to the eye. It's an optical illusion, not a colour change in your blood. Number 20. Human body heat escapes mostly through the feet. Your feet may feel colder because they're often uncovered, but heat loss happens through any exposed skin. If you uncovered your arms or head, the heat loss would be similar. The idea that most heat escapes from the feet is a comforting myth, not science. If you learned something new today, tell me in the comments which myth surprised you the most. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.